message all the time. And that consistent message is right above this in the talking points and in the mantra. And it's very simple. If you get nothing else, just get a consistent repeater in your opinion on races. You're just saying that because I'm white. Anti-racism is a code word for anti-white. By doing that, you're putting a virus into the system. And that's all we want you to do. Most of us growing up are not educated on sound. You see it, it affects you every day. Hit songs affect you. Oh yes, we can grab your neighbors, but you don't understand how this stuff works. It is a whole technology behind it. But what we need you on is a consistent message. The louder it gets, the bigger problem it creates, and they'll have to react. And once they react, and that's when the things get going. Then our side can go to work in developing a solution and doing some very interesting things in America. The downside of America is a tough nut to crack, the two-party system. The upside is every nut can be cracked under the right conditions, and sound is the only way to crack. Sound is the only way it works. It's just the nature of the beast. Then anything can happen. But the only thing we need is for everyone to be on a consistent message. The louder the message gets, the bigger the problem it creates, and they'll have to react. Once they react, that's it. One of the reasons why they ignore us, they ignore Bob. You won't hear. They won't invite us at parties. You won't hear any of this stuff mentioned. Is they want it to go away. They can't do anything because we understand baseball. We're playing by baseball rules. They know that. They don't want your team playing baseball. They want a bunch of people advocating basketball. They may not be bad people, but we're not playing basketball. We're not dealing any steel. We can't go that route. This isn't the game. That's not the game ongoing on this planet. It's just not there. The game is practical politics and full spectrum practical politics, non-voting politics, what you do when you open up your mouth, and that's where it all begins. But the only thing I need from you is a consistent message, to be on a consistent set of talking points. That's all we need. The more people you have in any area, and you don't need masses, you need one person in every area, at even that. One person in every state would probably be enough. But sound permeates everything. You cannot escape it. You cannot unhear something. But that's why practical politics is so important. That's why having everyone, it doesn't matter what your ideology is within the white nationalist, racialist, it doesn't matter. You must always be on a consistent message. Let your idealism come after that. You'll find out that there are people miles and miles ahead of you, standing in front of you every day waiting for you to be on a consistent message so they can go to work for you. But you've got to be on a consistent message first. You've got to show them you know baseball. You know, most of our side is notorious for advocating basketball, but that has not worked in your lifetime because no one's playing basketball. If we're in the Wild Wild West, we could advocate violence and that type of thing, and that would work. And you know what? If we're in the Wild Wild West, I'm next to useless. Right? Practical politics doesn't happen. It's politics by other means, but we're not there. You're in a different scenario. The good news is that things can happen very, very fast here, and there's nothing you can't do. You can't do in the Wild Wild West that you can't do under the law under right conditions. Maybe the law isn't as nice as you think it is, but what you have to do is you have to first start with a consistent message. You have to first start by creating the problem. The hardest part is coming up with the message and having the talent to do that, and the timing. We've got all that done. That's why you're hearing me now. All you have to do is repeat it. Everything comes off of that. Everything starts with a sound and a vibration. This is the end of another episode of Follow the White Rabbit. Follow the White Rabbit, again, is a game that will teach you practical politics. Practical politics is practical because it is non-voting, which makes it very, very practical. Conventional politics is voting politics or rule-based politics. And the ultimate, of course, is full-spectrum practical politics, engaging and taking down an opponent, a system, by any means necessary, within the rules, within the law, but never breaking them. And this is the end of another episode of Follow the White Rabbit. Thank you for listening.